Hello, it's Randy Hillier. Many of you will know that I was the first elected representative in any Canadian Parliament to publicly oppose the COVID mandates, the state of emergency, the lockdowns, and the mandatory jabs. For that privilege of speaking out and having an opinion contrary to the government, both the Canadian, the federal government, and the Ontario government have attacked me viciously in the courts, and I am facing a great many legal challenges. The big one right now is the 9 criminal charges I'm facing for speaking out in Ottawa in February of 2022. And I've just launched a Jordan application that my right to a speedy trial has been denied, and that motion will be heard on October 3rd, 2024. My trial is presently scheduled for February and March of 2025. If you can help me out, be much appreciated. Go to my Give, Send, Go page. It will be included in the link in this video. But I also wanted to let you know I will be speaking out publicly at town hall events as part of a fundraising campaign for this fight against the legal machine and this political monster we're all facing. I'll be in Aylmer, Ontario on August 26th. Pastor Henry Hildebrandt will be joining me there at the Kinsman Park. All events are $20 admission. They're available either earlier online, you can reserve those tickets online, or at the door. The following night, I will be in the Niagara region at the Caster Centre. Joining me will be Professor Donald Welsh and David Schostel from the Municipal Reform Project. But I also wanted to share with you, this week there was a powerful video released by Tucker Carlson with Casey and Callie Means. And why this video is so important, I really encourage you to look at it. It stitches together a number of very important subjects regarding our health, our healthcare system, and our food, and how they're connected and how they're corrupted. And I guess best thing for me to explain, many people have begun to question just how effective or functional our apparent democracies is in Canada and elsewhere. And who do they actually serve? In the last couple Substacks that I've put out, I've explained how COVID was partly a medical experimentation, but more importantly, how it was a partnership of corruption between the administrative state, the political parties, and wealthy corporate partners. Those are the people who orchestrated the pandemic, and they are the people who benefited from the pandemic. And this partnership between these 3 groups has been long-standing. I saw it very upfront and personal in my 15 years in the Ontario legislature. Never saw it, of course, to this degree in this brazen attack on people. But it was obvious to me then, and it has become much more apparent now, that we do not live in a free market capitalist society here in North America. We live in a predatory economic system. And at the top of that food chain are those 3 partners that I just explained: the administrative state, the political parties, and the corporate wealthy partners in that. And they are at the top of the food chain, and the taxpayer is at the bottom of the food chain. You are the prey that these three entities feed on. They're not interested in your freedom. They're not interested in your families. They're interested in how they can exploit you for everything. And this is where the Tucker Carlson interview with Casey and Callie Means is so important. And I really want you to watch this and understand, because although they're talking about how the food and pharma are connected to not sell you food that is healthy, but to sell you food that makes you sick, that makes you unhealthy. And then how the healthcare system exploits that illness, that chronic illness, and profits from it by having you sick. So whether you want to look at the rising number of cases of obesity, the rising infertility, the rising level of Alzheimer's and dementia, the incredible number of lifelong prescriptions that people are on, the diabetic, the high blood pressures, the antidepressants. Much of this is a result of the food industry's partnership with healthcare. And this is where I really want you to, if you're watching this and you understand how the food and pharma and healthcare are partnered up to exploit and use you as their prey, you can make this same parallel with every industry and every lobbyist involved in our political system, our political parties. All the legislation I ever saw in 15 years in the Ontario Parliament was for the benefit of wealthy corporate partners to exploit people. Of course, political parties are very adept at communicating and creating a narrative that disguises the true intention. But that is indeed what they have always done, well, at least in my time, and the corruption that I tried to prevent. But please watch that. It is an important one, because in order to survive, in order to thrive, you have to understand the system and the rules that you're playing in. And many people don't understand the system that we have. They still think that we have a democracy, that politicians represent their interests, that government is there to fix problems and prevent problems. Well, watch Tucker's video and then let me know if you think governments are there to help you. And this is exactly the same thing that happened during COVID, and it was easy to see. It was a con job of the greatest magnitude to convince people of the fear and to exploit and profit from that fear with a phony baloney jab, which didn't protect you. It actually was very harmful. So join me in Aylmer, Ontario on August 26th or in Niagara on August 27th. If you can help out in my legal battles fighting this machine and this monster, go to my Give, Send, Go page. And of course, Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Odyssey, Rumble, and for the full unfiltered Randy Hillier, I have a free Substack, randyhilliersubstack.com, where you can subscribe to my writings, my videos, and when I say things that I know YouTube and Facebook aren't going to permit, you can still find those on Substack. The censorship society is also part of the predatory society that we have created, and this illusion of free markets, this illusion of democracy. If you want to take a look and dig a little bit deeper, and you don't have to dig very deep, you will find that it is a partnership of corruption between the administrative, the political, and the corporate partners. And they are preying on you and your family. Take care. Look forward to seeing you. Feel free to drop me a line, send me some comments, and share and subscribe, and let others know how we fight back in this predatory system that we have been trapped in.